Hello logical thinkers, welcome to Harish coding_puzzle YouTube channel. Today I am going to explain this tricky program. Before moving on to the explanation, pause the video for few seconds and then try to guess the output of this program. Okay, let me show you the output. In the console, you are able to see if is getting printed and then there is an exception in the program. I am going to explain this particular program in two major steps. The step 1 is theoretical explanation, whereas step 2 is flow of control, that is debugging the application. Let us start with the theoretical explanation. Before starting with the programmatic explanation, I am going to tell you what is the use of OR operator. Okay, here we have two boolean value ref and then we have ref2, and then we have an if statement ref OR operator ref2 opening and closing curly braces, else opening and closing curly braces. Okay, inside this we have system.out.println, let us say test. Let me copy this particular line and then place it inside the else statement. Okay, here in third and fourth line we have two boolean variables ref and ref2. Those values are true only. In sixth line we have an if statement ref OR operator and then ref2. Either ref should be true or else ref2 should be true or else both can be true. If these three conditions are satisfied, then the program will enter into the if statement, that is seventh line will be executed. If both ref and ref2 are false, note the point, if both are false, then only it will come to the else statement, the 10th line will be executed. This is the use of OR operator. I am reiterating, either ref should be true or else ref2 should be true or else both can be true. Okay, now let us start with the programmatic explanation. I am copying this entire program, pasting it over here. Okay, I will explain the structure of the program first. Here we have a main method. Inside main method we have a temp boolean variable, and then we are calling the reference method, and then we are reinitializing the temp variable, and then we are again calling the reference method. Okay, in ninth line we have the reference method. It is a static method. Since it has void return type, it will not return anything. It is accepting a boolean temp value. Okay. And then 10th line we have an if statement. If this condition is satisfied, as I said earlier, the 11th line will be executed or else the 13th line will be executed. In the 16th line we have the test method. Here we are performing some mathematical operation and then we are returning true since it has the boolean return type. This is the format of the program. Now let us analyze the program. First the control will come to the fourth line. In fourth line we are initializing the temp variable with true. And in fifth line we are passing the temp variable by calling the reference method. So reference method is called and then temp value is getting passed, that is true will pass. Here value of temp is true. This true value will be passed and then the control will come to the 10th line since this is the reference method and it is accepting a boolean value. So this true will be passed to this temp variable and then it will come to the 10th line. In 10th line first temp will be executed and then only test will be executed. The order matters. First temp will be executed and then only test will be executed. Test method will be called. So temp value will be computed first. After computing the temp value, the program will be temp true OR operator test opening and closing brackets. Okay, so here instead of temp we have replaced the true value. Okay, as I said earlier, what OR operator will do, either this should be true or else this should be true or both should be true. Okay, since temp is already true, we have one variable true. Okay, even if I execute test, even if it returns false, that doesn't change the output of the program because we already have a true value and we are going to enter into the if statement. So since the temp value is true, there is no need of executing the test method. I'm reiterating, since we have computed the temp value and it is true, there is no need of executing the test method. For example, if we execute the test method, let's think Java is executing, but it is not executing. For example, I'm saying it returns false. True or false, what will happen? It will enter into the 11th line, right? For example, this test method is returning true, then true or true, then it will also return into the 11th, enter into the 11th line. So there is no need of executing this test method since already temp is returning true value. Got my point? So true or operator test, this test will not be executed, and then the 11th line will be executed, and this if is only getting printed in the console in the right hand side, if you see. Okay, and then this else will not be executed since if is executed, and then that is the end of the reference method. So the control will come to the 5th line. Okay, and then it will go to the 6th line. In 6th line we are reinitializing the temp variable with false. Okay, so and then the new, it will come to the 7th line. We are again calling the reference method, but now value of temp is false. Okay, this false will be passed to this temp variable. Okay, so now it will come inside the method. It will come to the 10th line, and then it will see, as I said earlier, temp will be executed first and then only test. Okay, it is executing the temp. It is seeing the value is false since we have passed this temp to this temp, right? Okay, so here we have false, and then we have OR operator, and then we have the test method. Here if you see, since OR operator functionality is either this should be true or else this should be true, or both should be true. Okay, this is false. Okay, so it is compulsory that we have to execute this test method. With the temp we cannot decide because this test method can return true. Okay, Java is not aware of it. If it execute the method only, it will come to know that whether the test method is returning true or false. So false, or, and then the test method is getting executed now. So the control will come to the 17th line. Here we have the test method. Okay, here int div 1 divided by 0. So anything divided by 0 in mathematical term is what? Anything divided by 0 is infinity, right? But in Java, if Java sees this particular statement, it will throw an exception. So we must handle this exception. Since we are not handling this exception, it is abruptly printing it in the console. If you see arithmetic exception, divide by 0, we are doing divide by 0. Since exception has occurred in the program, since we have not handled it, the program will print it in the console and then it will terminate abruptly. After executing the 17th line, this particular execution will get terminated since we have not handled this exception. Okay, this is the theoretical explanation of the program. Now let us go with the step 2, that is flow of control, debugging the application. Let me debug this particular Java program. Now if you see, the control has come to the 4th line. Okay, after executing the 4th line, the value of temp is true. Okay, and then the reference method is getting called, so the control will directly come to the 10th line. It came to the 10th line. Now this temp value is true. Since we have passed this temp to this temp, so this will accept the value true. After that, if you see, this temp is true, right? And then as I said earlier, since this is true, this test method will not be executed. So control will not come to the 17th line. It will enter the if statement. Let us see what is happening in real time. If you see, it entered the 11th line without executing the test method. That is, the control has not come to the 17th line. It doesn't execute the test method. And then it is coming to the 15th line. Since if statement is executed, the else will not be executed, as we know. From 5th it came to the 6th line. So now the temp value is true. After executing the 6th line, if you see, the temp value is false. Now the control came to the 10th line. Since we have called the reference method, false is passed, so this temp will have the false value. If you see, false, the same as here, false. Since temp is false, there might be a situation that this test method will return true, but Java is not sure, so it has to execute and see whether it is returning false or true. Okay, so the control will come to the 17th line, since test is getting executed. It came to the 17th line, and then now we will see the exception in the program. Since it is divide by 0, infinity, Java doesn't know what to do. Okay, so it will throw an exception in the console. If you see, we are getting an exception, and that is to divide by 0 arithmetic exception. Okay, this is how this entire program works. Thanks for watching, guys.